Well, hello people. Now this one is gonna be fourth or the fifth video of this course where we will be talking about how do you launch a search campaign. I hope you had already gone through media planning video, keyword planning, and then Google Ad account setup and structure. Now as the things are set, we can simply launch a search campaign. However, before the launch, you have to really think about the structure of the campaign, which means a keyword or the ad group structure. Then you need to work upon the ad copies for this campaign. And then you need to have a plan for making the search campaign. So there are three things which you have to take care of: planning, then campaign structure, and the ad copy creation part. Now let's look at the planning first. So we did the media planning where we discussed about launching the search campaign within Delhi NCR on Google search and partner sites, which is going to be a text ad campaign. Then we had a monthly budget of 6,000 rupees, which makes it having a daily budget of 200 rupees. So we have to use this information to make a search campaign. Now the project that we have in our discussion is springtails.shop. This is the project. And on this project, we have 4 products available, starting with artificial diamond drop, then a butterfly nose pin, then a golden brass earring, and finally we have a antique mehendi ring, some kind of product. Now, so as we have 4 products available, I have decided that we launch this campaign in a way where every product is gonna come under the ad group. So we have ad group 1, ad group 2, ad group 3, and ad group 4. So we have 4 ad groups available for this campaign. Now, if you want, you can have one generic ad group, gonna have all the keywords and landing pages, but then it's gonna be very difficult. You won't be able to connect the keywords with the right landing pages. If you do that, you can't use all the 4 landing pages for that group. So all the keywords are supposed to land keywords like the ads on the home page in that case, which we don't want. So we are structuring this campaign in a way where every product is gonna land people on a separate landing page, which we will be covering in the ad copy creation part. Now let's talk about the keywords first. So for Nosepin, we already pulled keywords while doing the keyword planning for this project. So we already have a list of keywords for Nosepin with the average CPC of 20 rupees to show the ads in the top slots of Google. So we are simply copying and pasting this keyword in the search campaign structure sheet. Perfect. Then we have to pull out keywords for diamond drop. This is again a product which is a diamond drop earring. Perfect. So what we do, we simply come into our Google Ads account. If you have an ad account, you can simply come into that one, go to tools and settings and choose keyword planner and pulling out the list of keywords for Delhi NCR. So I'm going to choose Delhi over here. Clicking on save, you can additionally add Noida and Gurgaon. And then my first set of keywords are going to be for diamond drop earring. So we really have to put this base keyword perfectly matching with the product. Diamond drop earring. I wonder if the spelling is correct. That's right. Okay. Now let's click on get results. So I'm going to have these list of keywords having a bidding requirement of 5 to 26, 2 to 37, then 6 to 39, which is pretty good. And I simply download this sheet into a CSV Excel sheet format. And then I'm going to pull out the list of keywords from this sheet. So I simply open this sheet and I copy good number of keywords, put it in the diamond drop column. Now these are the keywords. However, these are not the finalized one. Whenever you create a campaign or I create a campaign, we really have to pull out the relevant keywords from this list and remove the non-relevant ones. So let's say I could think about removing, in fact all of the keywords are quite relevant, so I don't remove any of the keywords from the list, but then we should be making sure the keywords are very relevant with the product that we have. Now for brass earring group, instead of using Google Keyword Planner tool, I'm going to come into Google, not Google but the ChatGPT, which is a different tool at all. Lately I've started using this tool for the creation of ad copies, for the creation of choosing the right set of keywords, and for some other purposes. So I can simply type in keywords for brass earring. Is it, in fact we have diamond brass earring, that's right. Okay, keywords for brass earring. I click on here And here we have list of keywords for the brass earring. Again, I copy and paste around 20 keywords from the list into here, and I'll again go through this list and make sure only the relevant ones stays in the list. Then for Mehndi ring, I again come into here, keywords for now Mehndi ring. I really have to think about choosing the right keywords. Now this one is Mehndi nose ring, diamond Mehndi nose ring in fact. So I choose keywords for diamond Mehndi nose ring. So I put nose over here and pull out the list of keywords. So now I simply have, wow, so I've got 30 list of keywords by ChatGPT. So I choose around 25 out of the list, simply paste it in the column, and then I'll decide what all keywords I should be choosing for my campaign. Now, as our keyword structure is ready, let's come into the ad copy format. Now we have to create 4 responsive search ads, one for diamond drop, second one for nose pin, third one for brass earring, and fourth one for Mehndi ring. So either we think about making the headlines, multiple headlines, and then we put on the descriptions, we choose the final URL, and then the display URL as well. This is one way of doing it. It's quite time consuming, but then I have found a shortcut of making this group. So I simply come into ChatGPT again, I type in diamond drop earring ad group. So what I do, not ad group, but ad responsive search ads for diamond drop earring. Perfect. So I simply put this query and paste it in my ChatGPT tool. Now you can see it has generated multiple responsive search ads for me. Now this is the old format of Google where we used to have 3 headlines and 2 descriptions. We used to call it responsive, not responsive, but the standard text ads. Now Google has sunset the standard text ads. So now we have to make a responsive search ad. So I can simply copy the headlines from this, put it over here, headline 1, then headline 2, and I can choose the headline 3 from second ad. Headline 4 is gonna be this one. I'm also having this formula in the sheet to count the character length using is equal to L and then choosing the cell. So we have to make sure the headline does not go beyond 30 characters. Every search campaign headline has to be within 30 characters and description has to be within 90 characters. Otherwise, Google will not be taking the headlines and the descriptions. Now I can simply copy the description from here into my sheet, then this one into my sheet again for the description 2, and I can have 2 more descriptions in my ad copy, description 3, and then description 4 is going to be this one. All right, so cool. So we have goods information over here. Now you can see this ad copy is going beyond 90 characters. So what we can do, we can simply remove this line from the ad copy. So we have it under 90 characters. So we are ready with our first ad copy for diamond drop. Simply we can make the ad copy for nose pin, brass earring, and Mehndi ring. So we are ready with our campaign structure. Then we are ready with our one ad group, diamond drop, and then we have our media plan. So let's try to deploy this campaign in the Google Ad account. Now this is our Google Ad account, which I have made for Springtails. You can see the account over here within which we can simply launch a search campaign. So I click on plus sign and then I click on new campaign. Now you can choose an objective. Now in this case, we have an objective of sales, or you can go with create a campaign without a goal guidance. So we are going with a sales objective. Then purchase is going to be the default goal when you go with the sales objective. So I click on continue. And this time we choose the search campaign with the objective of website visit. We simply have to copy and paste the website URL while making the ad copy. So, and the campaign name. Now, in this sheet, the campaign name which I had chosen was a Springtails underscore search, because it's going to be a search campaign for Springtails. This is going to be the campaign name. So I click on continue, and we come to the next page from where we choose the bidding strategy. Now, the one which I always use while making a campaign is going to be the click based bidding strategy, which is maximize clicks. And I'm going to give it a limit of 15 rupees. Now, how do we get this limit of 15? So while doing the keyword planning tool, I showed you we need to bid with 20 rupees to get our ads in the top slots at the very top of the page of Google. So we are considering to show the ads in any of the top 3 slots. That's why we are going with 15 rupees as the maximum CPC limit. When you choose this maximum CPC limit on the campaign label, then all the groups, in fact, the keywords in the groups are going to follow the same bidding strategy. So you won't be getting charged more than 15 for any click on these keywords in the campaign. Then I'm going to skip this option. Don't want to show my ads to beyond my customers who are searching for these keywords. So I skip this option, click on next, and come to the network selection part. Now, when you go with the search campaign, you either show your ads only on Google search by deselecting these two options. If you want to include the search partners are like websites like AOL.com, websites like YouTube.com. There are a lot of Google owned search networks or search websites and some other partner websites. If you want to include them, then you always go with include search partners. In the media plan, we had decided that placements are going to be Google search and partners. So we're going to choose the search partners. However, not using the display partners, otherwise your text ads start showing on a lot of third-party websites, application, games, which drives a lot of irrelevant traffic sometimes. So let's uncheck this one. In terms of location, let's try Delhi NCR. So I'm going to choose Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon over here, and then continuing further with the people who are physically interested or physically located but not interested in this target location. In these 2 target locations, in fact, these 3 ones, in fact, I'm sorry. And then if the idea is to show the ads to people who are interested in these locations, so let's say if you want to show the ads to people who are living in Mumbai but interested in buying an earring from Delhi, then you choose the first option. We call it advanced location options. So I always recommend you going with the second one, so your ad gets shown to people who are physically located in these locations. So you don't go beyond these target locations. Now we keep everything same as it is, and then here we have our first ad group creation process. So our ad group name has to be Diamond Drop. This is going to be our first ad group. Then we have to choose the keywords for this ad group. So in fact, we're going to put the keyword over here, and then we need to create the ad copy. Now the ad copy process has to start from the ad copy creation format sheet, where we have headlines available, description as well, but we don't have the display or the final URL. So what we do, we simply come on the website, we go to the product, and this is going to be our product page, and we want to land our people or land our customers on this page. So I simply pasted this into this page, and then I give my final URL as the product page. Now display path is something that you want to display along with the ad copy. So I want to show it or call it as Diamond Drop. So I'm going to simply put Diamond underscore drop, then earring. So my ad copy is going to show Diamond Drop earring on Google search. Now I have to decide or make the headlines and descriptions. You can see we have options of having multiple headlines and multiple descriptions. So, oops, it really gets off. So again, copy and paste my keywords from this list. I'm sorry for the delay. And here we have our ad copy. Okay, we have the final URL already. Now we have to put in the headline and descriptions. So we come back to our sheet, copy our headlines from here, headline 1, headline 2. We always have to make sure the headlines are under 30 characters. Otherwise, Google won't take your headlines. So if this values is more than 30 characters, it won't get saved. And then we have headline info. So right now we have 4 headlines in our list. Then we have description 1, 2, 3, 4, description 1, description number 2, then we have description 3 and description 4, description 3, and then we have the description 4. Oh my god, so if it's beyond 90 characters you can't save it, so I have to remove some text from here. You always have to make sure it makes sense. Include the allure of fine crafted jewelry, find the perfect pair of diamond drops. Cool. Yeah, it was showing more than 90 characters. Cool. So now I can simply copy, save this ad copy. However, my ad strength is poor. So let's see what Google recommends. How can I improve the ad characters? So I can simply add some recommended text only if it's making some sense. Shop online now, order online, then book now, or find out more. Now you can see the headline strength is improved from poor to average. You make sure your strength stays in average, good, or excellent, so you avoid getting paid more for the ad copy. And then for the keyword, in fact, I click on done, click on next. So now here we have to decide the budget of the campaign. So let's come back to the media planning sheet where we had a monthly budget of 6,000 rupees, which means we have to assign a daily budget of 200 rupees to this campaign. We click on next. Google is reviewing for all the errors in this campaign, and I should be getting a publish button on the top right hand side over here somewhere to publish the campaign. Perfect. So I publish the campaign and click on publish. So that's how my first campaign is published into this ad account. What I do, I'll also be adding some more groups in this campaign. So I'll be adding 3 more groups in the campaign, which are gonna be groups for nose pin, brass earring, and mehendi ring. Now people who have opted for the course, what I want from you is to come into the sheet and make a search campaign by yourself for Springtails Shop. Make one group only in the search campaign, keep all the keywords in the search campaign, and land it on Springtails Shop. Then in the another exercise, you made 4 ad groups, each one for a different product. Then you land them for the landing pages, for the product pages. In the third one, you choose the display network in this campaign. So the campaign becomes SNDS campaign, which stands for search network with display select. So I hope here you get a basic idea about how do you create a search campaign in the Google Ad account. I will be seeing you in the next one.